Thank you for visiting the CONSOLIDATIon channel again. Request from viewer is, what do you think will happen next? You can also comment your opinion. Thank you to all the subscribers of our CONSOLIDATIon. Who came to our channel CONSOLIDATIon? You will always be info with the latest CONSOLIDATIon news. Option 1, will there be a settlement of XRP and XRP? Option 2, where XRP will win. Option 3, where SEC will win. Please like my video and subscribe my channel. This year, according to another chart expert, XRP will hit $25. Recent events have brought one expert's prediction of a level around $27 into sharp contrast with another analyst's goal of $25. I appreciate the work of analysts who keep their heads above water by studying charts, making predictions, and setting expectations for their followers, even though I am not, and will not pretend to be, an expert in predicting market moves. What I will say is that something doesn't necessarily have to be feasible only because it seems that way. On the other hand, I don't find that absurd. I will be less confident the more you increase the price, down to the penny and dollar. It is, without a doubt. But we have seen tremendous explosions. Because of how the market moves around the whole thing, it's kind of tied to how hot the cryptocurrency market is in general. The market grows heated enough for XRP to circulate, regardless of whether it really does so or not. Oh, without a doubt. No problem at all. In any case, allow me to provide you my perspective. I want to be clear up front that I am not a financial advisor and that I do not have any background in this area before we continue. Just so we're clear, you shouldn't rely on my advice while making a purchase or business decision. I am just an enthusiast that enjoys making videos on cryptocurrency for YouTube. However, that is purely for recreational purposes. A glass of water will do me for now. My apologies, everyone. Even if they appear out of nowhere, I do these in a single take, for better or worse. My every dweebish word will be parsed. I just started this channel and hit record. That wraps up the matter. I just want it to be awesome, no matter what. It would be perfect if all we did was sit on a patio, have a beer, and discuss honestly and openly about our thoughts and beliefs. I guess that's all. The stuffy nose is my fault, and I'm sorry. Nevertheless, that is just the personality of the channel. In any case, the asset class market size is $1.65 trillion, XRP is slightly under 53 cents, the value of a Bitcoin is $43,311, and the crypto fear and greed index is 55 out of 100. There is absolutely no surprise about that. We have been trading sideways for the last several days following a quick burst that sent Bitcoin and XRP soaring into the top 30,000s and 30,000s, respectively. In light of what's to follow, things are looking up. A reliable crypto chart analyst provided this Bitcoin price chart. It is reasonable that he would have acknowledged facing some resistance in our local supply region, given my most recent video update. To be sure, we seem to have completed an upward impulse on a modest period as well. Impulses typically come in pairs, regardless of whether the action is a corrective or not. If this trend keeps up, we might see a higher low form here before we have another surge of buyers that takes us back to the range highs. On this, a Sunday, you may just have to be patient and wait for something to happen tomorrow. That is, of course, correct. Even while a few days fly by, there's a limit to how long crypto can range before it gets boring. In due time, all shall pass. I don't remember exactly which months it was in 2020, but I'm guessing it was somewhere in July, August, or September, when XRP's price was particularly stagnant. If you were there, you might recall every detail, or at least a solid idea of what happened. The XRP price remained stagnant at 20-something cents, or perhaps 25 cents, for a period of time. Somehow, it looked like it would remain in one place indefinitely. Doing that is impossible. This is very boring. But then it stopped. Oh, absolutely. November rolled around in 2020. The rapid rise from that range to 80 cents was unprecedented, and it happened in the span of a few days. Then the SEC case happened, and I'm well aware of how difficult it always seems. No matter how much you think something is impossible, the truth will show you that it isn't. I know it seems trite, but hear me out. The following analysis of the XRP chart is provided by the Shadow Defender. His stance was put out this morning. On an XRP price chart, he scrawled a mountain of words. Greetings and salutations to all. How does one go about planning their day? Look it over. Our prediction came true as XRP drew nearer to 52 to 53 cents. Just like yesterday, XRP finished the day just above yesterday's goal range of 52.86 cents, and it also broke out of the RSI. The impending attempt by XRP to break the 60 cents barrier level is encouraged by this. That orange line up there, seeing that our levels are identical, is a relief. While I toil away at my tasks, the first Fibonacci target of Wave 3, $1.88, will be our ecstatic destination once XRP breaks 66.49 cents. Everyone, act quickly. Additionally, I would want to bring attention to the fact that sentiment was already low before XRP hit 80 cents in 2020, and it is considerably lower now. But if anything, it shows that we might have reached rock bottom, which is something that happens rather frequently, in my view. In 2020, though, I remember believing that would never come to pass. It's inevitable, the price of XRP will just fall. After that, after about 5 months, the price of XRP skyrocketed from 20 cents to $2. Because of this, the SEC artificially restrained their price movement. They went from 20 cents to $2.10, a substantial increase, albeit not nearly as much as before. It happens suddenly when it does. There is no guarantee that XRP's present price behavior will lead to a new all-time high or a collapse to zero in the future. All it's doing is going in the same direction as the market. It also doesn't amount to much when considered independently. There is no solution. But this isn't love crypto at all. When I first began the video, these were the monsters I was describing. For those who may have forgotten, there is Greg Crypto. He has been making phone calls for a while. If everything works out as planned, XRP might hit $27. He and the majority of analysts agree that range is reasonable. LibCrypto, a team of chart analysts, has a comparable objective. 7 years of consolidation, he says. Remember that I am well cognizant of this. The previous peak was little over 6 years ago, but he thinks it will happen later this year. The idea that it might take 7 years before that occurs is impossible for me to fathom. Sure, you'll need to be patient. I think we would have seen it in 2021 if it hadn't been for the SEC. Nonetheless, we will be powerless to change it no matter what we do. Stay calm and collected. Well, then. Nothing changes, no matter how much we hate it. But 7 years of consolidation. The 2024 XRP, although XRP's gains are smaller than those of the 2017 pump, the year is otherwise very similar. It is my hope to earn $25 before the end of the year. In my view, a significant shakeout to 25 to 30 cents is still possible in the first or second quarters, before the pump. Just so we're clear, he's still an XRP bull even though he thinks the price might drop significantly in the near future. I am not afraid to share the good and the poor reviews of professionals on my channel, as you may have noticed. Various analysts' perspectives are presented here. So, here's my proposal. Make them acknowledge it. Watching the progress of events to determine who is right and who is wrong will be fascinating. I take pleasure in verifying those things as a crypto nerd. By the same token, I hope you're all crypto nerds. Several warning animals have been added to my price-related films, as you may have observed if you've been following my channel lately. Somewhere around 28 cents worth of XRP might show up. However, XRP can be listed at 34 cents. Quite a deal lower than our current position. Not to mention that they aren't trying to frighten anyone. Hey, this could be a viable option according to my chart analysis, is truly their only statement. I see it that way. According to what I've seen, many of them think it's more likely to occur if Bitcoin is the leading cryptocurrency. Personally, I can see the logic in that part. If Bitcoin experiences a catastrophic collapse, everything will collapse. If he were arguing that it doesn't matter in the big scheme of things, I'd agree with him. The most probable outcome this year, in his opinion, is $25 XRP. After achieving such ambitious targets, it seems like nothing is possible, but I don't know if it will really occur. Their vulnerability is glaringly obvious both before and after a hit. I understand. Not at all. Yeah. Oh, folks, it says. The analyst Mirsky, who responded to libcrypto, gave off an air of suspicion. He went on to explain that the market cap is $1.25 trillion at $25 and approximately $2.5 trillion at fully diluted value. The 1.25 is obviously based just on the circulating supply. Having said that, I do not think it's a ridiculous story. Nonetheless, if all is considered, an escrow will result, which is not part of the circulation. They're asserting a sum of $2.5 trillion. Yeah. In my opinion, that makes perfect sense. Several currencies that I've been pushing for a while now should have market values in the trillions. For a considerable amount of time. I predicted a market valuation in the multi-trillion-dollar range when the asset class was trading at about $150 billion, but we ended up having a little dip in value after that. While the rest of the world will have to wait 2 years and miss out on the chance of life-changing wealth, we may rejoice since there will be individual coins with market valuation that surged. Alright then. Unfortunately, this is not the case according to libcrypto. My friend, that does sound like an exaggeration. But if the market cap hits $10 million, or more, XRP's 10% investment for a few days won't appear out of the usual. Because it is a momentum player, it sleeps for a long period before pumping, and it has done this before. I expect a big dump at $25. Yes, that does seem like a valid argument. Even though I am not a chart analyst, I get the general concept. Imagine, for the sake of argument, that we have arrived at the blow-off peak of the cycle and the market valuation of Bitcoin has reached a new all-time high. In the event that the market drops below $10 trillion, we also have other options to consider. Because I am unsure as to whether or not it is the right amount, I will have to accept it regardless. Excuse me, but I have something to say about you. I take it that means 12.5% of that will go to XRP? I apologize, but that's just not how things work. For the simple reason that if $10 million is the top, then that amount will keep flowing all the way through the cycle. Money would detonate at unpredictable moments. What this means is that, even assuming a $10 trillion market cap, the sum would probably surpass $10 trillion if we were to look at the highest values of all coins once the cycle concluded. Indeed, if you were to tally up the highest values of all the coins and then slap those numbers together, the sum would probably be closer to 30, 40 to 50 trillion, or even more. Therefore, the idea of XRP basking in the limelight, even if it's just for a little while, for example, 2.5 weeks in 2017 and 2018, is being discussed. It continued running until it reached the pinnacle, and then it fell. Basically, it's supposed to be for a month, 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, or however long it turns out to be. And then, for an entire month, it controls an outsized part of the total market value of cryptocurrencies. No, that isn't totally out of hand. If you ask me, that has happened before. It has transpired for numerous currencies. When the money cycle reaches its peak, that is, when profits begin to roll in, coins that have not yet been pumped will receive it thereafter. We have noticed that on a regular basis. There will undoubtedly be a massive dump after that. Running XRP at $25 won't be possible indefinitely. Honesty must now be maintained. That being said, XRP is far from flawless. It cannot be avoided. People get angry when they start making crazy assumptions about the prices. Thus, the possibility of it occurring again is not completely implausible. So, we'll just have to ride it out for now. Things have been very boring recently, but that's fine. After a period of relative calm, things will eventually start to heat up. Truthfully, even today, it wasn't particularly boring. Despite XRP's relatively low price of 54 cents, Bitcoin did manage to surpass $43,000. What happens next is anybody's guess, but Sunday was exciting nonetheless. Belief is in me. Financial consulting services are beyond my area of competence. Do not rely on my recommendations while making purchases or sales. Subscribing and like is always appreciated. Until next time, farewell.